Hello, friends. Welcome to our powerful transmission today. We're coming up on the very intense yet sacred influence of the solar eclipse in what we call Uttara Bhadrapada Nakshatra. This is the second to the last star sign in Vedic astrology, and it's a time of deep karmic release and spiritual reckoning. It's a time of deep inner alchemy. So if you're feeling emotionally stirred up, if you're feeling spiritually exhausted, if you feel like you're on the verge of a major shift, you're not alone. So let's decode what this eclipse is trying to teach us through the lens of Vedic astrology and how to work with this eclipse consciously. So there's a lot going on. Also, six planets are about to align in Pisces in Vedic astrology. Vedic astrology is also known as Jyotish, the science of light. And in Jyotish, eclipses are caused by these shadow planets, these shadow graha, that which grasps us. Their names are Rahu and Ketu, and they're two halves of a cosmic serpent that are forever looking for their other half. Hi out there. Say hi if you're with me live. And they don't just block the sun or the moon. Rahu and Ketu obscure truth. They churn up fears and illusions and unresolved karmas from past lives. This is going to be a partial solar eclipse. And a solar eclipse impacts our soul's direction. It can impact our confidence. It can impact our ego. And when it falls in a place like Uttara Bhadrapada, we're dealing with very deep, watery energy, the energy of transcendence and detachment and moksha, or spiritual liberation. So at 3 points around the nakshatra system, the system of 27 star signs, at 3 points, there are these early and latter signs, Purva and Uttara. I talked about them in another live stream. And Uttara is the latter of the two energies. And this placement, where we have Purva and Uttara Bhadrapada, it's the latter happy feet. It is the back two ends of a cremation pyre. It's the second to last star sign. So it is death and into transcendence. It's the final stage of the soul before transcendence. And so this eclipse is very much about burning out karma, burning out anything that's not serving us. If you'll remember, the lunar eclipse was in a place that's all about soul contracts and reckoning with those soul contracts. So now, after we've created that reckoning with those soul contracts, now we burn out whatever is not serving. So Uttara Bhadrapada is ruled by the deity Adirbudya, who is the serpent of the deep, deep sea, a deep underwater dragon, who is a very mysterious and powerful force that governs the subconscious and the underwater world and ancient karmic memory. The planetary ruler of this star sign is Saturn. And so Saturn is a great teacher. He's the karmic taskmaster. So right away, we know that this eclipse, it's not light and it's not fluffy. It's a kind of energy that really demands that we grow, even if it's uncomfortable. So some of the themes of this eclipse are, one, letting go of false identity. This star sign reveals where we've been spiritually asleep, where we're clinging to illusions about who we are, about what we must achieve, about what defines our earth. So releasing our ego-based identities. And it's really calling us to spend time in silence, to meditate, to watch the self who's watching, and to let the waves of the ego rise and fall without reacting. This eclipse is also about renouncing material attachment. Saturn really asks us, what are we truly committed to? Are you bound to fleeting desires, or are you anchored in the truth of your soul? And this eclipse shakes the foundation of whatever we've attached ourselves to, money, status, people, to see what real is really real to us. And the effects of this solar eclipse last for some time. So don't expect for it all to just unfold on Friday into Saturday. We've got a time. This is time lapse. So we need to practice with this eclipse aparigraha, or non-attachment, to let go of whatever is heavy, whatever is hollow, whatever is not serving our soul. And then emotional suppression is one of the keys about this eclipse. Uttara Bhadrapada's energy is really oceanic. It stores everything. So this eclipse could be like a big spoon stirring the pot of whatever is suppressed, but it doesn't harm you. It's there to release these lifetimes of weight that you don't need to carry anymore. So there might be tears with this eclipse. Journal, do water rituals, speak to your ancestors, offer your ancestors your pain and your prayer, and they will transform them for you. Also, this is a call to inner stillness. The highest vibration of this nakshatra is the awakened sage. And the karmic push is to surrender drama and distraction. It's really time to go inward. So you can start or deepen a spiritual practice, even like 10 minutes of mantra or pranayam or repetition of sound current each day during this portal can shift lifetimes of karma. We can work with a simple Om Namah Shivaya mantra for clarity and dissolution of the ego. We could offer milk or water to a Shiva Lingam, to a representation of the god Shiva, or to a sacred tree. We can also light sesame oil lamps to honor Saturn and to bring light to the shadows. In terms of meditation, we can visualize ourselves dissolving into an ocean, let go of form, let go of the past, merging with source. And then on the eclipse day, keep your system light, avoid negative thoughts, avoid gossip or excessive screen time. The mind is really highly impressionable during the eclipse. So, this eclipse in Uttara Bhadrapada, it's not a curse. It's a call to clean out karmic residue, to drop masks, to align with the soul's path. It can be really intense, but on the other side of this intensity is clarity and peace and liberation. So if you're feeling this energy, if you're unraveling something deep, you're not alone. Say hello if you're on with me live stream. If you have any questions, drop them in the chat. This eclipse is really about healing entire lineages. So this eclipse, especially as we get 6 planets, I keep saying 7, 6 planets into Pisces in this stellium, this powerful stellium in Pisces, this is a really pivotal time. And so you could be feeling the intensity. You could be feeling these deep oceanic feelings. A little bit more about Adir Bunya. So Adir Bunya is the deity behind Uttara Bhadra Nakshatra. And his energy really gives us the codes to understanding the deeper karmic lessons of this eclipse. His name is Adhir, which is serpent, and Bunya, which is the bottom or the foundation. It's the serpent of the deep, deep waters, the force that resides in the hidden, unseen depths of the psyche and of the experience, both cosmic and personal. There is a great deal of symbolism of Kundalini energy here, of ancient knowledge and subconscious power. It's a guardian of deep spiritual transformation. So during this eclipse, in Uttara Bhadrapada, Adhir Bunya wakens the parts of us that we've buried, the ancestral pain, the past life karma, the forgotten soul contracts. He doesn't just bring them up to the surface, but he invites us to alchemize these forgotten parts of the self. And so, this is a wonderful time to be doing soul retrieval work, to be doing shamanistic work, to be, for lack of a better word, I don't mean that in a sense of in an appropriative sense, but traveling to the other realms and other regions to collect back and gather back lost parts of ourselves. Stop rushing transformation. The power in this deity is in patience and silence and observation. Go within and be still enough to hear your soul. And this is destruction as liberation. This energy dissolves what no longer serves, even if it's painful. This eclipse might feel like a breakdown, but it's actually a sacred breakthrough. And this is also about transcending duality because it's from the deep, deep waters. Adir Budnya sees beyond good and bad and black and white. It's the holding of the paradox, the grief and joy and fear and faith, understanding that everything in the dance is part of liberation. We can chant Om Adir Budhyaya Namaha, Om Adir Budhyaya Namaha, Om Adir Budhyaya Namaha, to connect to the energy here and to awaken strength to face what lies beneath the surface. We can also offer water to the earth or to a sacred river and work with whatever is buried that is now ready to rise and be healed. It's also very important to pay attention to dreams around this eclipse, as Adir Bunya often speaks through dreams and messages and symbols and through our subconscious. So 6 planets in Pisces, and a little bit about what this means spiritually and karmically. In Vedic astrology, Pisces is the 12th sign ruled by Jupiter or Guru, and it holds themes of moksha, endings and transformation, transcendence, dreams, illusions, the astral realm, emotional purification, and hidden karma. So we have the sun here in Pisces, ego purification. And the eclipse will dim the solar light, asking us to release self-identities. We have the moon here, emotional unraveling. You might feel weepy and nostalgic and hypersensitive. That's perfect. Let it flow. We have Mercury here, Buddha, in retrograde. Intuitive downloads, X is coming back to call, rational thought takes a back seat, psychic insight, vivid dreams, tech and communication glitches. Trust, the inner voice. Venus, exalted, retrograde in Pisces, all mixed up in the eclipse. Soulmate karma, recreative rebirth. Relationship patterns come back full circle. Are you loving from fear or from wholeness? Saturn comes into Pisces right here, just after and with the eclipse. And he's laying down the truth, what is real and what is fantasy. He rewards spiritual effort. And so many planets going to be in Pisces in this stellium, all stacked up here. Moon, Sun, Mercury retrograde, Venus retrograde, Rahu causing the eclipse, and then Saturn all on March 29th. Jupiter sits in Rohini in Taurus and is going to be moving into Gemini. I'll have more on that soon. And Mars is sitting in Gemini, but that's it. Everybody else is stacked up into this powerful portal of the eclipse. 6 planets in Pisces during the solar eclipse in Uttara Bhadrapada. The universe is not asking, it's demanding that we release and dissolve and merge back to source. This isn't about manifesting more, it's about shedding what is false so our soul can finally speak. All right, post any comments or post an emoji in the chat. This is resonating for me in such a powerful way. I would love to rewatch this live. Do I post them to the page? I don't, but I could do that for you. I will try to do that. I'll post it to my page on Instagram. Also, it's there on my YouTube channel. And then on the Facebook. Coming up with me, solar eclipse, new moon circle, sound bath, breath work. You can do it online or in person at the Shala in Mendocino. You can find links to that at my website, justinelimos.com. Then I'm also doing what's coming up next. After that, I'm doing a grand opening here at the Shala Mendocino, and then healing yourself with polyvagal nerve therapy, Sunday, April 7th, and then spring detox workshop down in the Bay Area and Pacifica on April 12th. I'll also do a full moon circle the night before. So those are some of the things that are coming up, in addition to one-on-one Ayurvedic treatments, Ayurvedic consults, Vedic astrology, in person or online, here at the Shala or online. And then also personalized Panchakarma retreats, Ayurvedic Panchakarma retreats. We've got a lot going on, I think. As well as, if you are not part of my free app and membership network, my Mighty Network, the Bliss, go ahead and jump on that. There's tons of free stuff in there, and I frequently do live streams. There are also programs with me that you can join. I'm also offering one-on-one support and coaching for Ayurvedic microdosing new formulas that I'm super excited about. At any rate, say hello, drop an emoji, be in touch. Much love through this eclipse.